barely known UK crime, this British double murderer is currently released and free. The case begins with a picture. It might seem normal, a couple of British teens spending time on holiday together, but what was waiting for this 18-year-old when he returned home was truly horrifying. This case took place in Melling, Merseyside, where 18-year-old Brian Blackwell lived with his parents, Sydney and Jacqueline Blackwell. The Blackwells were hard workers, meaning their only son Brian was lucky enough to attend a fee-paying school and enjoy all the nice things in life. He was particularly interested in tennis, and he was a great player. His parents were definitely known to have pushed Brian, wanting him to achieve his full potential in life, and that would definitely have caused pressure. But Brian was clever, he got straight A's, and his future by all accounts seemed really promising until he did something unspeakable. Brian was seeing a girl named Amal, and he would try exceptionally hard to impress her. He would lie through his teeth about how well he was doing with his tennis career, claiming Nike had given him a contract, claiming that he was earning serious money, but in actual fact he was at best an average to good college level player, mainly as a hobby. He would convince her of the luxury lifestyle that he could provide by taking credit cards out in his parents' name and running up humongous bills, even buying her a car at one stage, taking advantage of his parents in the worst way. But as far as Amal could see, Brian was legit. Then in 2004, Brian told Amal that he had an upcoming tennis tournament abroad and that he was bringing her along. He booked business class seats on one of the most expensive flights and flew her out on tour of America and the Caribbean, spending £30,000 on a no expense spared luxurious trip where they stayed in centrally located apartments with hot tubs, they ordered lobster, and he showered her with designer brands, all while making up a story that the tennis match had been cancelled last minute. As the couple posed for pictures, Brian was harbouring a horrifying secret, and all was about to be revealed. After the holiday of a lifetime, Brian ended up staying at Amal's house with her and her mother for a few weeks, claiming that his parents had gone on a summer holiday to Spain, and whilst they were away, he'd forgotten to take his keys. But as the weeks passed by, a neighbour of the Blackwells noticed hundreds of flies gathering through the window of their empty home, along with a giant pile of letters building up on the porch. Upon opening the letterbox, a foul smell hit them, and they immediately called the police. Police discovered the heavily decomposed bodies of Mr. and Mrs. Blackwell. They were well beyond any help, so police stepped back and an investigation commenced. After lie upon lie, eventually, Brian Blackwell confessed that before the luxurious holiday, he'd gotten into a huge argument with his parents over his spending habits and the credit cards. Things had become heated and Brian grabbed a claw hammer and a knife. He proceeded to attack and kill both of his parents before leaving their bodies on the floor and flying abroad with Amal. This entire time, for weeks, she'd been fooled. He had behaved so normal and seemed so happy and excited on the trip. After Brian's arrest, he was actually diagnosed with a severe form of narcissistic personality disorder, and get this, he served a total of 12 years, meaning he was out in his very early 30s, and in 2016 he was released. 2 people were taken advantage of and killed in the most brutal way, and yet Brian was still released. For more barely known UK crime cases, make sure to interact with this video. Thanks for watching.